What's up, everybody?
Technical problems early, but what the hell? No intro this week. Forget about it. Welcome to the press box. It is Wednesday evening, as you know, 7:30 when we get going. I'm here with my partner in crime, Kenny V. How's it going, Kenny?
I am doing well. The snow kept me from going to work today, so I've been laying around and being a couch potato today.
I like to stay in the house anyway, so whatever, Doesn't matter to me. Couldn't get the intro going, Kenny.
Oh, well, we'll get this figured out sometime.
Yeah, you do a live stream, you can expect stuff, but I was trying to get the intro going. It didn't want to play, so no intro. We are pleased to welcome back a loving guest of ours who we know so well, and that is Mr. Dave Burman. Dave,
Yep.
Longtime voice for WCHX in Mifflin County.
Yep, 2002. Yeah, you guys were some of the first people I met. Started in late July 2002 to 2015.
And you were the voice of
we did Mount Union baseball.
the Harrisburg football PA announcer.
Yeah, I picked that up in 2007, the year they went to the state semifinals. That with the great George Chomp as the head coach. The longtime PA guy before that, Mike Menser, he was having some health issues, and then Kirk Smallwood, who was the athletic director and the longtime boys basketball coach for the Cougars before retiring before this season, he called me up and said, "Would you like to come down?" It was pretty cool. One time, the first year Mifflin County, first year in the Mid-Penn football, 2012-13, Mifflin County played down there, and I was a PA announcer for the game. The radio broadcast was done by Jeff Ammerman and Bob Howard. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, I went to school with Jeff.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. I was, I miss those days, Mifflin County and the Mid-Penn Commonwealth. But anyway, here we go. Thanks, sir. You guys are doing a great job. I like your shows, and I don't know if I can match the intensity of Trent Hidley on this show, though.
Nobody can match the intensity of Trent Hidley. I think he'll have that even after he's done with his athletic career. Just that's his natural way.
And his wrestling style's that way too. It's like street wrestling, man. It's crazy.
Well, he likes to go underhook and then go down to ankle or go a high crotch single. I mean, it's very basic, but go ahead and try to stop it.
Yeah, it's and Hayden very tactical. Very
well. He likes the underhook too, but
yeah,
he's more
the announcing style, the interview style. And then
he's more cerebral than brute strength,
Cerebral. And then you have Aaron Gingrich, who I interviewed, it seemed like a million times, when he was the boys basketball coach at Lewistown. And he, in the first couple of years with Mifflin County Huskies, and he can talk with the best of them. He is an unbelievable speaker. You would think he's a judge.
Yeah, I know. You think he would be in the law.
He's a comedian. He's he makes me laugh because he just kind of it was a great interview. You've had some doozies, man. You've had some really good ones. It's the second. What do you want to throw at me? By the way, what's that stadium behind me? What's that? You see it?
I can't see that well.
It's Connie Mack Stadium. That's where the Phillies play. Yeah.
Well, I'm usually not for any Philadelphia team, but I got to tell you.
I know you don't like Bryce Harper.
Well, Bryce Harper sucks. This week, your Eagles must defeat. I hate the 49ers more than any team in football. You must win.
This is the 49ers' 18th trip to a NFC championship game. And they should be America's team, not the Cowgirls. But I
No,
like the
they're
Cowboys
not
because I
American.
used to announce
They're
Micah
not
Parsons.
America's team. They're not
all right.
American.
So
team.
anyway, I don't mean anything can happen in sports. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Before
So,
we get to what we're going to talk about, what Dave likes to talk about, I obviously am going to throw in some wrestling since we do the show on Wednesday. Everybody knows the big Dole meet is coming up this weekend. Number 1, Penn State. Number 2, Iowa at Bryce Jordan Center. Cale Sanderson against loudmouth, whiny baby Tom Brands of Iowa. Kenny,
Yes.
who's going to win?
Oh, it's definitely going to be Penn State. Definitely.
It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. Do you know in this matchup, if the regular starting lineups are in place, you're going to have 9 matches with ranked wrestlers against ranked wrestlers.
Nice.
And how many from Pennsylvania?
A bunch. Iowa has 2. Colby Franklin, and who was St. Joe's Catholic Academy in Boalsburg, then to Wyoming Seminary. He was born in Du Bois. And then, of course, Spencer Lee.
Yeah, you said the high school recruiting is affecting wrestling a little bit too.
It is. I wrote an article about that. We're gonna talk about, with your opinion, of here upcoming on private versus public high schools. But the wrestling this weekend, I mean, Lee's the only one. Poor Gary Steen's being thrown to him. There was rumor of Lee bumping up to take on Roman Bravo Young. That won't happen because Bravo Young will beat him, and Lee doesn't want that to happen. It'll end his 48-match winning streak. You could tell I
How many
love
years
Iowa.
Cale Sanderson has been there at least 10 years.
Yeah, he's won, 9 national championships, I think, in 12 or 13 years.
He has been there that long. That is unbelievable.
He's pretty good. And Iowa's mad because they're not the darlings anymore because, they can't.
Yeah, they used to be.
Oh, yeah, Dan Gable, absolutely. But now we have the Dan Gable of coaching in this generation, which is Sanderson. And I think it's going to be good too, Kenny. Going to be very close. But I think in the end, the upper weights of Iowa, Warner and Cassiope are good. But I think in the end, it's like Starachi and Aaron Brooks. And I think Dean will beat Warner again. That'll be the difference. Penn State wins a close one, but they're going to win it.
And it's not going to be at Rec Hall this time. It's going to be at the Bryce Jordan Center.
BJC.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's going to be crowded.
It will be packed. They'll fill it.
Oh yeah.
Not like women's basketball can fill it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, watch out. The football team finally is going to win a national championship over the next couple of years. Penn State.
Over
finally.
my dead body, they are. As long as there's an Ohio State and Harbaugh at Michigan and Saban at Alabama and Kirby Smart at Georgia, Penn State's winning nothing. They have to be happy with their little bowl win and go, yay. They're like the Phillies.
That's your opinion. Anyway, Cale Sanderson, 13 years, as you said, 9 NCAA Division I champs, and 32 wrestlers national champs. That's just insane. Awesome. It's amazing what he has done.
Awesome.
All right, what do you
do you know how many, though? I'm going to ask you a trivia question. Do you know how many national championships Penn State won before Sanderson got there?
I'm a couple somewhere along the way.
1.
What year was that?
1953.
Okay, I remember. I was -5, but I remember. Yeah.
That's it. till Sanderson got there, won. And he's won, what, 9? Amazing. Amazing.
Yes.
So, what we're going to do, first we're going to talk about this. I'm going to put up the banner.
Yes, congratulations. Chester High basketball has been playing since 1911, the Clippers. Of course, the last 6 years, we also have a charter school, a single A school in Chester, PIAA. But Chester, 2,000 wins. They did it. Isn't it ironic? They came all the way out and played at Chambersburg to get that done. Beat a pretty good Chambersburg team by 2 points at the Chambersburg gym, and only the second program in the entire history of Pennsylvania to do it. The only team with more wins, the Reading Red Knights, with about 2,300. But Reading didn't win a state championship till 2017 with Lonnie Walker. They won 2 total. God bless you, Rick Perez, their head coach. Chester High has won, to this day, still a public school record, 8 PIAA state titles and 18 total trips to the state championship game. And a lot of those games up in your neck of the woods at Bryce Jordan Center.
Yeah, and how are they doing this year?
Well, I have to start it off and say my wife's in the background, and she's tired of me saying this over and over and over again, but I'm talking to different people. Chester is 9-9.
Wow.
4 games to go in the regular season. They were 5A the past couple of years. They're up and down between 6 and 5A because the enrollment, it's really weird. District 1 champs, back-to-back years. They state semifinalists the last 2 years, but they ran into Archbishop Ryan in the state semis 2 years ago and got blasted. And then last year got hammered by Imhotep in the state semifinals. It's 5A. Then had everybody back. And then our 2 top 6'5" juniors and Division I recruits, Lorenzo Jerkins, got recruited away or transferred to Newman Goretti, who's already won 9 PIAA state titles, like Goretti needed him, the Philadelphia Catholic League. And then Kevin Rucker, the other 6'5" kid, he transferred, both juniors, I said, to Monsignor Bonner. And now both of them, apparently, Rucker Chester fought it. And then they, Jerkins is not going to be eligible all year to play. And then Rucker apparently just found out that he is ineligible for the PIAA state tournament if Bonner can get there. Because I know there's a lot of, they're tough to beat, but they knock each other out, the Philadelphia Catholic League team. So the ones that get in from 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, they're very dangerous and they're hard to beat. And you saw what St. Joe's Prep did to Harrisburg in the football state championship.
That was nasty.
Well, Harrisburg has been to the state finals in football 3 times since 2016. 3 times, lost every time to a Philadelphia Catholic League school, Archbishop Wood. They were 5A at that time, Harrisburg. And 2 of the last 3 years, or 3 of the last 4 years, they lost twice to St. Joe's Prep. So there you go.
But I really thought State College would have beaten Harrisburg, but the same thing would have happened to them if they got in there.
Probably. Harrisburg.
That team was crazy. Did you watch the game?
I saw the video highlights of all.
I think they scored the first 4 or 5 drives. It was over.
I mean, and we have a team down here, Garnet Valley, a 6A school, Delaware County, back-to-back District 1 6A champs, mercy ruled right away by St. Joe's Prep the last 2 years. But anyway, as for Chester, yes, they lost the 2 6'5" kids. They had to bring a couple kids that were very raw football guys, and they based their schedules always tough, even tougher this year because they knew they had Jerkins and Rucker coming back, and they're 9-9, and they have to win 4 in a row. And if they don't, they will miss the playoffs for the first time since 1970. Right now, 9-9. So even if they go 12-10, it's not good enough. And Lower Marion's good down here, but bottom line, that's what's going. But we do our Chester Charter School, single A, and they were playing a lot of 5A schools over the years, and it's in 3 and 4A schools. It's tough for a team with lower enrollment to beat a school with bigger enrollment. And Chester Charter kind of narrowed the schedule a little bit. They played a few 5A teams, but they're 13-2, and they can make a run in the District 1 state tournament like they did in 2020. They made it to the state quarterfinals before the year. They stopped the rest of the season. So keep an eye on it. But that's what's going on with Chester. But hopefully they can do it and just get in there. And you get to the playoffs, anything can happen.
Well,
the Mifflin County. Go back to District 6, and they should put Joey Gilloway on his Lingles Down Gazette page. Should all the 6A District 6 teams, 3 of them, basketball and all the other sports, go through District 3? Everybody said yes. Well, everybody except for a couple of people. I'm not going to mention. Well, a couple of people feel it's geographically it should be that way. State College, Mifflin County, Altoona in the District 6 tournament, which. If Mifflin County boys basketball team beats Altoona next week, I think they play, Mifflin County will go to the postseason.
That's interesting.
Because if you play District 6A, and if you have a 500 record or better,
you're in.
Yeah, you're in. So and the boys team is showing signs, but they just can't get everything together. And they're playing some decent, I know they're smaller schools that they're playing, except for Cedar Clip is the only 6A school in that Mid-Penn division there in basketball, Mid-Penn Keystone. But they're playing overall, I think, teams that, have had success. And Mifflin County has a lot of guys back next year. So I'm hoping they can beat Altoona and at least get to the District 6 tournament. But it is kind of unfair where somebody's remember how many years ago? 2 years ago, Mifflin County had 5 wins in boys basketball. Altoona had 2, and both of them they went to the District 6 championship. There had to be a winner, and it was Altoona in overtime. Then Altoona had to play that sub-regional against Erie and lost by 50 points.
Yeah, I remember.
It's just unfair for teams like Chester's 12-10. They may not make it. There's teams in District 3 that are 500. It's more of a grind, man. It really makes even every game in the regular season it's like a do or die game. You got to win. Mm-hmm. Now wrestling, you have more team. We have 6.
It's down. It's fallen though. It's down to 6.
Better than
That's
3.
It.
Better than 3.
When I started covering for the Sentinel Wrestling, there was 16 teams in AAA. Now there's only 6.
Yeah.
For wrestling. It's a small district, I guess.
Mifflin County's, they're battling. We talked every couple of weeks, shoot the breeze, me and you. I wish you were doing wrestling on the radio.
I do too.
Bob.
I just did something.
You did an unbelievable job, I know, but you are, right up there, my man, with Bob. Obviously, Bob had the experience, but you know your stuff, and it's just I know it's you have to go through all the stuff you're going through the crap.
My neuropathy. Yeah, but I maybe I shouldn't be making it public. I don't know, but I heard something that really I didn't like. I was trying to get a wheelchair, so I could do postseason again, and I heard that we might not do the postseason.
Who's we?
Big Louie.
Well, it's a grind. It is a grind.
Well, no, it's because I guess no advertising. It's a mistake.
Get the salespeople off their butts and get out.
It's a mistake, but you know what businesses do.
Tell you what.
First time there's a recession or a bad economy, they stop advertising.
Yeah.
I will.
Tom Elling and Lopez are still doing it for Central Mountain.
I know that.
Oh yeah.
And
I will tell everybody.
If Bob's eyesight, we're talking Bob Howard here. If he had better eyesight, if you took care of him, give him a ride down, that he would do it. But
somebody has to give me a ride. Thank you, Kenny Shaw.
Yeah, Kenny's a great guy.
Hey,
Kenny,
go announce
how's your
something
wrestling? Yeah, go ahead.
before. I've made that decision. Sorry, Kenny, I haven't talked to you about it.
Oh, what's that?
I should have. If Big Louie doesn't broadcast, I did find a way to get a wheelchair for districts.
Oh, nice.
And I will be covering the postseason on the press box live stream if we don't do it on Big Louie.
Oh, that's cool because I'm actually.
What about my former station sub?
They say do not say anything bad about somebody, so I won't.
What about WCHX? Remember that station?
That's
I
what
used to work
said.
for
I
13
won't.
years.
All I'll say is
What?
the guys, whoever's doing wrestling, they're trying. That's all I'm going to say.
They're trying.
They're trying.
Okay, I don't even know who, So I mean, you have.
I don't either, but they're trying.
Well, it's a darn shame the turnover up there. But you were a steady force for a long time. Who's doing play-by-play basketball for Big Louie?
Jed Donahue.
Oh, Jed is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were the man. You were the man. But yeah, that's you guys are very fortunate up there to have two stations cover high school sports.
I did the kind of stuff that you would do, Burman. Do you
What's
know? At one time at Big Louie, I was covering basketball, wrestling, and football by myself.
I remember.
No other broadcast partner.
Have you had a chance to get Coach Bree on the football?
No.
Oh, he needs to be on your show. I'll just put it out there right now. There's no excuse for that. From what you're telling me, him not coming on the show.
That's okay. I don't get
Am I too direct?
upset about things.
Am I too direct for you, Brian?
No, because I'm direct too. Kenny, what were you going to say? I heard you say you're driving.
Oh, I'm gonna actually be going to districts, so yeah, we'll carpool together if you don't do it for Big Louie.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, even if I do it for Big Louie, we can still carpool.
Oh yeah, okay, cool, yeah.
I mean, Will Whistler rode along with Kenny and I for a couple of years. We welcome everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared because every night after after districts or that, we stop at Sheets.
They need Wawa's up there. Wawa's where it's at. But yeah, it's been great being back here 8 years. I really appreciate the plug for Chester High basketball and everything. And yeah, it's really tough with the private schools, but what are you going to do? I have a lot of.
That's what we're going to get into right now. I wrote a column for Kenny, Hometown Sports, about public and private schools, and I changed my position. I used to be one of these guys that went, "What the hell? Stop making excuses. Stop crying. Just get better," and challenge these guys. But now, I guess because it's invaded wrestling, you had last weekend at Escape the Rock, which is one of the biggest wrestling tournaments in the state. You had the top 8 of the top 10 teams were private schools. In the rankings, 3 of the top 5 teams in AA, private schools. Then I researched and saw 77% of all state champions in basketball in PA are private, 42% in football. And now it's getting that way in wrestling. And I don't know. What is your take on it, Dave? What do you think should be done?
After what's been going on the last couple of years, I think they should. I know what they should do. They really should separate put them in their own class. Put it like down here in the Philly area. We have other teams that are Malvern Prep, Episcopal, Phelps School, teams like that are not. They'll play PIAA teams in the regular season, but not in the play. They're not eligible. They're not a member of the PIAA in the playoffs. So put all the Catholic schools from Philadelphia. That would help there. That's what I think. It's pretty much since the Philadelphia Catholic League came in back in 2008, 2009, this has all really started. I know Kodesh was complaining, Kevin Kodesh, and don't say who's he. That was funny. You remember him, Kevin Kodesh?
No, who is he?
Well, when the Lewistown girls lost, Pittsburgh North Catholic 2 years in a row in the quarterfinals, it was frustrating for him. But North Catholic has been in the PIAA playoffs since 1971. And then in 2004, we ran into Allentown Central Catholic in the state finals. We gave them a good game, but still lost. So, Kodesh was hitting this way before that.
Yeah,
but those
I know.
The preps, the Bethlehem Catholics, they've been here since I think it was 71 or 72 is when they invited them in. But the key is the Philadelphia Catholic schools, man. That's it's tough.
Yeah, I think I honestly do. I don't know. I don't have an answer, but I know something's got to be done pretty soon because it's like, okay, you got a team. I can't speak from basketball because I don't follow high school basketball as much as I do wrestling. But the Bishop McCourt thing's the first thing that pops in my mind. These guys are getting kids from Florida, North Carolina. I mean, it's just New Jersey. It's ridiculous.
Bishop McCourt, Johnstown.
Yeah.
Do they have a campus? I mean, do they have housing?
They were actually put on probation for this.
I remember something about that. Yeah,
they can't go to the postseason. I think this is their last year. But hell, when they come off the suspension, they got 5 kids in their lineup right now who are freshmen, and they're studs. Bo Bassett.
If you want to look at good, right?
He's a ninth grader.
6A
Burman, he's a ninth grader. He just at the Ironman in Ohio, he tech-fouled the returning state champion Louis Gill 25-9.
That's unbelievable.
You're not going to beat teams that are getting guys like this. You're not.
Malvern Prep is incredible, but they're non-PIAA, which is good.
Oh, I know they are.
Tournaments, at least you don't have to worry about like the Malvern Preps and stuff in the PIAA state tournament.
No,
okay?
True.
Down here, good news in girls 6A, girls PIAA 6A basketball. It's mostly public schools winning it all. Last year, Plymouth White Marsh. This year, you heard Aaron say Cedar Cliff has a shot and to win the 6A state championship. Got their hands full though. Cardinal O'Hara has bumped up to 6A, so they're young. They played Cedar Cliff earlier this year. I think they had about a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter. Cedar Cliff came back and won by 4. So there's a lot of really good girls. Plymouth White Marsh again. A lot of good. So it's not guaranteed. Boy, Aaron put a lot of pressure on Scott Wyatt, didn't he? Saying they better win a state championship.
Yeah,
Cedar
you
Cliff
better.
should be ashamed of themselves. Why would Aaron say that?
I know, but I won't say on the air.
You know what Oh, okay. But I'm just saying. I know he's joking. Or probably. Aaron likes to joke around, but he tries to make it funny.
No, I don't think it's a joke. Okay, I'll say it. He doesn't like Cedar Cliff. He doesn't like the way they play. He doesn't like their actions. He doesn't like them.
Put some chapstick on. I did see the end of the game. And he had a long talk with Scott Wyatt. Aaron, it looked cordial. It looked like Aaron was talking to him about some things about just maybe, basketball in general. Maybe how. You just can't pick up a player like Alexis Bowie, though, the girl that came from Central Dolphins. So, yeah, it seemed pretty cordial, but I heard the interview, but tongue-in-cheek a lot with that. But anyway, so girls 6A, it's more manageable because the private schools aren't as dominant in 6A girls basketball, but boys basketball is insane.
Yeah.
But you got
No, I guess I should have clarified it. AAA wrestling isn't that bad. It's basically Bethlehem Catholic. But AA, it's really becoming the private schools. You got McCourt, you got Notre Dame Green Pond, you've got Bishop McDevitt. It's just getting ridiculous.
But I was impressed with, back to Aaron again. He really knows his wrestling.
Yeah, it shocked me too.
It was awesome. Oh, he knows Colton Spade, right? Is his in-law.
Yeah.
And
fourth in the state, Colton Spade was for Lewistown. And
hopefully he will join you for a show. I could see Colton being a great interview.
No, he's afraid. He's ducking me.
Oh,
He knows I want to wrestle him, and he's afraid.
Yeah. So,
getting
what you're doing. So I throw some. So private schools should be separate, maybe by next year. But I know a lot of the guys meant the boys' head coaches, John Moscow and Arigale, and Moscow at Wood and Arigale and Ryan the Mets and all these guys. I know them, and a lot of them they don't even want to be in the PIAA. Their goal is to get to the Palestra, win that championship. They all eat each other up, dog eat dog throughout the year. If you follow my Facebook post, I mean, it's incredible. And then after that, it's like it's hard to get up for games, but they're so talented that they knock off a lot of public schools. So but then once in a while, public schools will get them.
Yeah, you're right. Like
Mount Lebanon, the football
last year when Mount Lebanon beat Prep
2 years ago. You got to get Prep. Like next year, they're going to be this group will be mostly seniors. You got Tony.
They're going to win it again.
They're going to, and Coatesville.
I think it's sad that we could say that here in January. They're going to win it next year.
No, I'm going to hope whoever wins District 1 is going to get them next year. And so I announced public address the last couple of years for Coatesville High School, and great program. They have a good shot to win the District 1 6A next year, and I think Coatesville is going to get them.
You do?
I got it.
You heard it here.
I have to have a positive attitude. Yes.
You heard it here. Coatesville.
Unless Mifflin County, can they make a run next year? Football?
You want me to put? Oh, you're trying to put me on the spot. Okay. I will say it. No, they will not beat State College.
All right. Well, they need.
Even if they can get past Altoona, they are not ready yet to beat State College. They're not at that level. They
are ready, even because they play in a small school league. Play more 6A teams. Drop the Shikalemis and who's the other team they played? Central Mountain.
They played Central Mountain.
Play State College regular season. You want to see where you stand with them. I know you're going to play McDevitt again. Yeah, that's a good game, great game for 6A school. Altoona again, and then pick up Williamsport or how about there's Mid-Penn Commonwealth teams looking for games. So try to pick up one of those, a Carlisle, a Chambersburg, or something like that. How's that sound? Or sounds
good to me.
Get the kids on a road trip and play one of the 6A teams down here. Get those people fired up there instead of, that's my opinion. If they want to get to where they were, like they were, remember 2012, 2013, Kenny?
Yeah.
District 6 champs beat State College at State College in the playoffs. Took Erie McDowell, me and you and Brian, we covered that game in the Blizzard first round state playoff game. Overtime against Erie McDowell. My wife will never forget that game, will you, honey? My lovely wife was in the press box there at Dubois High School.
I'll never forget it either because it was the coldest game I've ever been at.
Me and you and George Miskinis. We got to get back to those days, and that's why I'm wearing this.
District 6, right? Yeah.
They can do it. They have to, but you're taking their lump. Yeah.
Have you seen State College play?
I saw him several times on the TV. I mean, they're going to have the running back unless he gets.
Sheffy is really, really something.
Well, I know he's a freak, man. He's so shifty. He's kind of calm. Yeah. It's amazing what he does.
He's one of those times you don't even realize it, but by the time somebody touches him, he's already 6 yards down the field.
Yeah, well, hopefully State College got a nice. Well, they got the Shrewsbury's son. He built the basketball program back. I still can't believe Harrisburg beat State College in boys basketball the other day. Wasn't that unbelievable?
That was a close 3-point game, right down to the wire.
They should not let that happen. Harrisburg's 2-15 this year.
Oh wow!
And Reading beat him by
maybe the name Harrisburg.
But yeah, then Reading played
Harrisburg.
Well, Kurt left. Kurt retired.
I know.
And then Damone Maxwell, Max. So they're making progress. They almost beat Altoona last night. So it was a close game. But yeah, so that's my opinion on Mifflin County football. Improve that schedule. Get that schedule up a little bit.
So now the show comes to the point where I'm going to shut my mouth and let you and Kenny go. Because it's basketball time. And Brian is a wrestling guy. So, Kenny, I give you the mic.
All right. So, who are the favorites down your way to make a run in the postseason?
All right, 6A. It's going to be. There's a lot of really good teams in District 1, which covers Chester County, Delaware County, Montgomery County, Bucks County. That's District 1. District 12 is Philadelphia City and the Philadelphia Catholic League teams. District 1 is going to be, I think, Lower Merion is a favorite. Springford is having a great year up there, Royersford. And you got Garnet Valley. I think it's going to be the state. The 6A state final, in my opinion, boys basketball is going to be Reading will represent the West, and Roman Catholic will represent the East. 5A, it's going to be.
I'm sorry.
Great. I'm sorry. Radnor is a great team. They're going to have to run into Imhotep. They ran into them in the second round of the states last year when all these kids were juniors, and it was 62-39 in favor of Imhotep. I announced that game. It was a state second-round playoff game, 5A at Coatesville. And Radnor, all the guys back, and they're better, and they're undefeated so far. Beat Lower Merion by 24 points last night at Lower Merion. And Lower Marion's a 6A team in favor to win their third straight District 1 6A championship. Radnor will win District 1 championship. And boys, they're going to run into Imhotep, and like I said, in the semifinals. Winner of that game will play from the West. I look for. I know you want me to talk about Philly, but from the West, 5A, you got. I'm just trying to think here now. I'm not sure. There's a lot of Western PA's got a lot of good teams. Central Mountain's having a good year, but they don't have enough to beat the Whitfield teams. Central Mountain's like 14-1, right, guys?
Right. Yep.
All right. 4A, it's going to be Newman Goretti will win their 10th state championship in 13 years. Goretti will play from the West, maybe that Quaker Valley team again. And we got Devon Prep down here in AAA, defending state champs from last year. West Catholic is AAA, so you got to favor the private schools down here.
Okay, how about on the girls' side?
Oh, man. Cedar Cliff has got a shot out of Central PA. You got Cardinal O'Hara. You got Springford's pretty good. You got Perkiomen Valley. A lot of really good 6A girls teams. You got Haverford's undefeated in Delaware County, Haverford girls. Watch out for them. And out west, one of the Whitfield teams. In Mifflin County, if they win the District 6 championship, the girls, and they should beat McDowell. The toughest, it's going to be Mifflin County girls. It's already played Altoona, hung with them, 3-point game. State College is better. But whoever wins District 6A will have to play the Whitfield, and how good they are. You saw Bethel Park last year come into Mifflin County and beat them in the first round of the state. So those teams are going to be tough out west. That's in 6A. 5A is you got to look at Archbishop Wood again, and you got Newman Goretti girls again. It's just really going to be tough, man. And I do post the rankings. The girls' rankings are on the Pittsburgh Tribune Review. It's a free. It's one of the rare papers. They don't charge you to look at their articles. So they post, Don Rebel every week posts boys and girls rankings. So you can follow it that way. So what do you think of that Cedar Cliff team? They're pretty solid. Great coach too.
Yeah, that tall girl shot off 30 points last night. The one you were talking about, I forgot her name.
Scott, yeah. Oh, she is she's a sophomore, and she definitely will be no doubt the Mid-Penn Keystone Player of the Year. I mean, she's just a major Division I recruit. She's strong, and she can shoot from the outside. So yeah, hopefully Cedar Cliff in the East will make some noise. I like that team. Now Cedar Cliff boys would be better, way better. They lost a kid to a private school down here, Kenny. Do you remember the Hauser boys? They had 2 of them last year, 6'10", 6'11" kids.
Mm-hmm.
All right, one is the older one's at Virginia Military Institute, doing very well, and then the younger one transferred before the season to a school down here. I think it's the Phelps School, a private school in Philadelphia. So Ty Savercool, the coach, a Greenwood High School grad. I mean, you saw how good Cedar Cliff is anyway. They're good. They're 8-7 now, but they'd be much better when you have a 6'10" stud, and he would be only a junior. So even some of the schools out in the Harrisburg area, especially Harrisburg High, losing a lot of kids to the private schools all over the state.
Through the year, I've heard some grumblings about people saying about the shot clock, being a shot clock in high school. What's your opinion on it?
Yeah, let's go for it. So what, 30 seconds? Is that what you want?
About 30, 45,
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that'll speed it up a little bit. But there's a lot of teams that they benefit from that. The ones that are quote unquote not as athletic as some of the other teams, and they know how to slow the ball down, know how to run that weave to precision. So yeah, I go for the shot clock. I hear a lot of people complaining.
Yeah.
From all over.
And
what'd you say? My wife says what? My wife says good idea, and she's the real boss. She knows she knows it all. She played ball too. West Snyder High School under Tony McLaughlin. You guys remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Kenny, you remember Tony McLaughlin?
Way back. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. Well, honey, he says you go way back. Yeah. She graduated West Snyder in 1985, but she looks like she graduated in 2005.
You mean West Snyder had a team?
Yes, honey. West Snyder had a team. Yeah, they were scrappy. And Harry Edwards, honey, is that Harvey Edwards? Harvey Edwards was the coach of the boys squad. Her brother, Tony Shuck, my wife's brother, he was an absolute beast. He went head-to-head many times with, remember Millersburg, team that made from Millersburg High School, and Matt Roadcat. You remember him? Went to West Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the 80s. Yeah, man. Tony Shuck, my wife's probably about 6'5", honey. Yep. So my wife, she was a multi-sport athlete.
Do you remember Ken Hess?
Ken Hess, honey, wrestling? Kenny Hess? Yeah. Yes, she does.
He was a good guy.
The Moyer boy, she remembers from Snyder County?
He was a good guy.
Yeah, he was a good guy, honey. The Kleins? Global Klein wrestler?
Yeah, won a national championship at Maryland.
Get on TV, honey. He's over. My beautiful wife does. My damn wife could be a model.
At Maryland. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know you guys like my honey, right?
Yeah, we like her.
She's normal.
I just didn't know West Snyder had a high school.
Unbelievable.
That's all.
She did some great interviews too back in the day, when especially field hockey games. I'd interview Tish after the game, state playoff games we covered. And let's go down the. It wasn't Brenda Burman then. It was my honey. I said, let's go down to Brenda for this post game report. All right, Kenny, throw me some other stuff here.
Oh man,
I got something to ask you quick.
Okay.
I'm looking at these
I can't believe this show's almost an hour old already.
I'm looking at the rankings.
Right.
What you said. Hollidaysburg, number 2 in the state, girls.
Yes, they play Mifflin County later this year. I know that. That should be a good game.
Talk about them. You know about them?
What's that?
Talk about them. What do you know about them?
I know they're undefeated and they have a great coach, and Bernie Jubeck's daughter. And I remember she's been there for quite some time, and that'll be a good playoff tune-up for your Mifflin County Lady Huskies. Is Roger Hurdo doing a great job as public address announcer? Give him some love, guys.
He needs it. His Vikings collapsed again.
I was kind of rooting for the Vikings. There's a Chester.
Well, they have no defense.
Well, Kevin O'Connell, the head coach in his first year, was the offensive coordinator for your Rams last year. You knew that, right?
I know.
World champion. Then Kevin got the job. His dad is from the Chester area. He went to St. James High School in Chester, graduated in 1973. We're celebrating the 50th anniversary of that great St. James team. It's not, the school's no longer here, closed in 93. St. James was a member of the Philadelphia Catholic League. So Bill O'Connell, his son is Kevin O'Connell. So me and Roger do have something in common besides other things. Roger was the original sports director the first year, 88, 89 at WCHX. Okay. I know that. All right, and your shows, you're not affiliated with anybody, which is great. You're a freelancer like me.
That's right. I don't want to have that kind of where I gotta be allegiance to somebody. It could be unbiased, and
you better be dedicated to your honey, man. I like your honey.
I like my honey too, and I won't say
He's
anything.
The boss, Brian. Marie.
You're damn right she is.
Marie's Pizza Shop. Marie's, what was it again?
Maria's.
Oh, Maria's, it was great. So much great pizza. Back in 2002, 2000. Kodish loved it.
Yes, he did.
When you would come in,
he would come in 3 times a week, get a small pepperoni pizza.
You're making so many great restaurants in Mifflin County back in the day. Avenue, Six Pack, Seasons, the Hammer Mill, T's Tavern. That's why I weigh 240 pounds, Kenny. Kenny, I'd be going to the YMCA, play a ball against you guys, sweating for an hour and a half, or my hour and a half lunch break from the radio station. Come back, and Mark Stoichev would bring over 10 bags of Hartley potato chips. Then after my show at 7 o'clock, Brian, you can eat wings and tacos at Seasons. Remember those days, Kenny and Brian?
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Oh, yeah.
George Ream in the Avenue Six Pack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Thanks, my God. Burman, for giving me the
Vince is still there, baby. God bless the pride of Chester, Vince Inzerillo. Let's talk about Vince. Looking down from up above.
I miss Vince, buddy.
Yes,
I do.
Definitely missed.
What a great guy.
We got him in the Hall of Fame down here, baby. Aston.
He's not only Athletic Hall of Fame, he is a great human being Hall of Fame.
Amen.
One hell of an assistant coach with those Huskies. The kids loved him. And you still got Tony Bellotti over there, right? Tony's still doing his thing.
I wish I could be out there, but I can't.
Okay. Hey, they still got the all-you-can-eat wings and the pizza. One night, I went out with Bob Hauer one night. I got a great workout at the gym that day, sweat. And I felt, and I had 24 slices of pizza at Vincent's.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and Bob Howard couldn't believe it. And Kenny, you've seen me eat over the years, haven't you?
Oh, most definitely, especially at those banquets at the Panther Club.
The Lewistown banquets. Mm-hmm. Indian Valley invited me to one banquet, never again. Never again. They were done with me. But Lewistown loved it. And Jim Fosselman, he saw me eat 5 plates of chicken. Him and Kodish, Fosselman will never forget it. So you were there too, Kenny. I probably ate some of your leftovers. My wife's
those moments.
Hey, honey, you married me. Those are some great parts. But Indian Valley, they gave me one shot, and I was there. But Lewistown, they loved me, I think.
So, go ahead, Kenny, if you got any more basketball questions.
No, I'm actually pretty good. I think that's it.
Burman, do you believe there was a time just last year when people are going, I don't know, it might have been a mistake trading Carson Wentz to keep Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I remember that. I was not one of them. I had faith. I have faith in them at all. And Carson Wentz, thanks to him, say what you will, he let us win that world championship in 2017. Carson Wentz. My wife, Nick, we fight over. There's a couple things we disagree on. I'm not going to go there though. We have different views on stuff, and we have different views on. Yeah, Foles won us in the playoffs. He did a hell of a job. So Nick Foles, my wife loves Nick Foles, but I love Carson Wentz too. I know he's kind of deteriorating, and hopefully he'll,
kind of deteriorating.
Yeah, and I don't want to upset anybody, but he struggled with I'm going to say it, the Redskins. They're still going to be the Redskins to me.
Yeah, but Taylor Heineke was better. That's how far he's fallen. Taylor Heineke's better.
We'll see what happens. Mifflin County, what else in the sports up there, guys? What bocce state champs?
Yeah,
impressive year.
Tell me about the bocce. Kenny, how's my people doing? How's all the guys? I know the Rocket moved, but I mean, how's Bobby Fisher? Yeah, the Bulldogs. You guys lost a game, I heard.
Yeah, we lost one this season. We're actually
lost.
Yeah, the kids
Who beat you guys again?
Some of the old Lewistown coaches from the Pee Wee. They had them and some of their kids that played for the Panthers before they dissolved. They came back and played us this year, and they just outlasted us. They scored on the last play of the game, and
unbelievable. You guys never lose. Who was some of the guys you went against? Give me some of the coaches' names.
Oh boy.
So,
but how did you and Brian?
How did your kids take the loss?
That's what I was mean, Kenny. I was going to say, how do you guys are not used to losing? What kind of after game speech to keep their heads up?
Oh, just told them
losing sucks.
Yeah, it does. And I just told the kids that every team in the history of sports have lost at least one or two games.
Except the Miami Dolphins in 72.
No, I don't think the Globetrotters ever lost.
Who?
Did Globetrotters ever lose?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the Generals beat
But Kenny, I understand that. Tell all the kids I said hi. Bobby Fisher and the rest of them. And I had a great time announcing those games back in the day. Can you believe me and my wife, we've been gone for 8 years full time.
Oh, wow.
But I still come back, do some Tomahawk football games. Mm-hmm. I wish I could do more.
Yeah, we had Brian on the show.
Oh, it was a great interview. Oh, I love Brian. He's a very grounded interview. He's another guy that can really talk with the best of them.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. Great to be part of. I hope I added something to the show tonight.
Almost. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I hear clicking.
That was me. Sorry, I was typing.
Anything else, guys? You want to throw me down here?
Well, we better. We still got.
Hopefully, we can
7 minutes.
All right. I have my old scorebook here. Scorebooks. It's the first Mifflin County boys my first year WCHX 2002-2003. Lewistown Panthers and Aaron Garrick in his 5th year, 1-1 against the Huntington Bearcats. Boys hoops, Keith Black, and Aaron's assistant coaches, the late great Justin Henry. Gotta love Justin.
Yes.
Krista was his assistant coach that year. Do you remember that?
Krista would yell at them. She'd yell at them.
Yeah, I heard that on the interview too. One of my favorite. Yeah, one of my favorite Lewistown basketball players would have been a great wrestler, J.B. Baker. He would just football and basketball. He would just hammer people, welts on his forehead. What an absolute! A lot of these guys are having kids that you're going to be announcing their games or maybe wrestling matches over the years.
Yeah, actually, JB's a coach right now for his daughter's softball team or basketball team, I believe.
Oh, nice.
So,
oh, man. And I do. A couple of the girls. Jenny Cunningham's daughter is a freak athlete.
JC.
Yeah. I mean, she is, but she looks like she's like 6'4". I don't know what she's, but she is long. And when she gets everything together, man, watch out. I mean, you could build around her. JC Cunningham. JC. And another girl I like, she's a senior. And she's I had a chance to see him a couple of games. And she's a bruiser. She's a Burman type, enforcer, physical Asia Binder.
I like Asia the way she plays too.
Oh, yeah, she plays tough, old school.
Exactly. I mean,
really good rebounder.
Girls like that, no rebounds, no ring. So they're going to need that. The next. They're doing pretty good. They should. I mean, they got a tough challenge. The biggest one coming up is the non-league game with Hollidaysburg, and then the playoffs are going to be two solid. They're much better. State College and Altoona this year, and they're both 6A. And obviously, you need those you need those kids in there to get rebounds, man. Rebounds. So anyway,
I want to hear you broadcast a wrestling match.
Yeah, I mean, well,
you never did that.
No, because I would do all the matches. I would do the color. I would say you're listening to High School Wrestling on 105.5 WCHX. Lewis is leading Indian Valley 23-20. Back to Bob. How's that sound?
Yeah. I saw one of your boys the other night. Hunter Katka at Virginia Tech.
Yeah. How's he coming along?
They wrestled NC State. Well, he's ranked, but he lost to Treffin of NC State 3-1.
Yeah, they have they're always good. Hunter, he's a sophomore, I believe.
Yeah. Big kid.
We haven't had, I think, all told, we've had maybe in the history of Delaware County, high school wrestling, 10 individual state champs. That's it.
It's more basketball and football down there.
We have a lot of basketball state titles, but we haven't won one in a long time. Our last Delaware County team to win a state championship, and it was a public school, a non-recruiting school, the Chester High Clippers in 2012. It's been that long.
Wow.
But we have a lot of the private schools around here too. But anyway, that was good. Jamie Baker, Travis Hook. Remember good old Travis? And
I do.
Mike Baker. Mike Baker was a freshman. Mike's helping out with basketball too, I think, up there. And Matt Hilton. I don't know where Matt is these days. He was one of the best. He was a freshman. Seth O'Donnell. Yeah, it was awesome, man. It was awesome.
Kenny, you remember the first basketball game you covered?
Boy, that's so long. No.
Kenny, when was your first year out of college? When did you graduate Lewistown? 90-something?
88 in Lewistown.
80? You're that old.
Yeah.
Oh, you graduated.
Oh, my God. He just insulted you.
I feel
You
it, though.
graduated with Kevin Walker.
Great. He was we graduated same class. Yeah.
I was talking to him, instant messaging, when he knew I was going to be on the show. Kevin, that 88 team won the District 6 championship. Who they beat?
Boy, I can tell you.
Remember Brookville from District 9. And they played New Brighton from suburban Pittsburgh in the first round of the states and lost. Tough game. So Kevin talking to him today. So Aaron Gingrich is actually, wow. So you are older than Aaron Gingrich.
Yeah, he graduated, I think, a year after me.
Okay. Guys look about the same age.
Yeah.
And Brian, you never age. You look the same as you did. I got that.
Yeah, right, buddy.
Come on. Brian, you can do no wrong, man. My wife says I play to my audience. I definitely
tell
play
my
to you.
wife I haven't aged one. See what she says.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. This scorebook is legendary with it. The Indian Valley Lewistown, the overtime game that year, 2002, Matty Runk. Oh,
I remember Matty.
Yeah.
And basketball. And I remember Matt Shoemaker when he took over the head boys basketball coach at Indian Valley after Brian Heckard was there 2003-04.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Gingrich, he could not beat Indian Valley for like 5-6 years. Do you remember that, Kenny?
Yep.
I don't want to relive that again, but I'm just saying I remember that, and and
if Aaron's listening, he's going, "Thanks, Dave. Thanks for bringing that up."
Well, he needs to mention. Give me a shout next time he's on the air. And how's my man Glenn Kyle doing? You ever see Coach Kyle?
Yeah, he's tennis coach, girls.
What?
And boys.
Do you remember they were at 3A at the time, and he loved playing 4A schools. He loved it.
I told him one time, I had him laughing. I had to do his preview, and I went, Glenn, I didn't even know they had tennis in West Virginia.
Oh, that's right. He's from West Virginia. He was my man. He's my man. I wish some of these guys were like on the Facebook, you know. But Coach Kyle, yeah. And I remember Ray Wild's last article he wrote about Coach Kyle. All the people were complaining about him up there. Oh, they're playing. It's okay to play occasionally Altoona State College, even if you're a AAA school. Just, a couple of games. You play your rest of your Mountain League schedule. People complaining about it. And then Ray wrote an article, and I'll never forget the quote at the end of it, the Lewistown Sentinel. It's not who you play. It's not who you don't play. It's who you play. I'm like, come on, Ray.
Ray talks to me every week. He gives me a buzz.
All right, we'll tell Ray that I appreciate his job on Babe Ruth baseball. You guys, I tell you, you got a new complex coming, a multi-trillion-dollar complex.
Maybe. Still got to be voted on.
Well, what if I gave you guys all the money and you had to name the stadium after Dave Burman Field?
I think if you had all the money, they would name it whatever you wanted.
Even Dave Burman Field?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't have that kind of money.
I cover school board for the Sentinel now.
Oh, no.
Yes. And they have $7 million already from a grant from the state plus what they've got back in their budget surplus. So they need $8 million to do the whole thing.
That's nothing.
Yeah, I know. I got $8 million right here.
All right. Well, you get that multi-sport complex and turf, field hockey. You guys, are going to be. I said from the beginning, you could be a gold mine, keeping those athletes in there. I'm glad that you got to start doing something with lacrosse. Get Coach McCarthy.
Well, what we need to do is set up a fund to recruit.
Recruit what?
Kids. Just pay them to come.
You can't do that.
Yeah, we won't get caught.
It's funny because a school like Mifflin County, if they have a kid transfer in, even be transferred from maybe one of the biggest ghettos in the world, he came up to Mifflin County, they'd still find a way to make that individual kid ineligible for the postseason. It's crazy, man. It's too hypocritical to every scenario. I don't like it, but got to keep going with it. It is what it is. Great to be on the show again, guys. Really appreciate it. And
well, we were glad to have you, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
But again, your interview with Brian Rogers, fantastic, awesome. The Hidley boys, and
they're good, David. They're easy to interview.
Aaron is just an unbelievable interview. He is. I want to see. You know who would be a great interview? Aaron's dad, the great.
He's going to set that up for me.
Oh.
I want to get Dick on the show.
I heard he was a bad mother. Watch your mouth. He was.
I interviewed him once.
He was a old school punch you in the mouth elbow basketball player. Kenny, did you ever play pickup ball with Dick?
No.
I did, and it must have been about maybe you're talking 15 years ago. He'd come out to the Wildlife, still smooth. He's in mid-60s back then. Nice left-handed shot. That's where Marissa gets her shot. But he wasn't as insane as I heard back in the 60s. But man, I can imagine old heads. I heard stories about the old heads at the Bobby Gombas and the late great Barry Reinert and Dave Quay. There were some really physical, intense bloodbaths at the Juniata Valley YMCA in basketball. You heard about that, Kenny?
Oh, yeah. Especially in that men's league, too. Played.
I remember playing ball against you, and we had a good game. Brian, me and Kenny went out in basketball, and Kenny is shifty. He's shifty.
Oh, you shifty, Kenny.
Back when I was 50 pounds less, yeah. Used to have some speed, but kind of walked on some pounds.
Kenny, you can still do it. I got down, 50 pounds of Mifflin County weight since moving back here. So
Nice.
Mifflin County, they did have some old-fashioned food up there, boy. It was.
I'm shifty too, Kenny, but only in my chair.
Well, Brian, you look good. You showed me a picture, and I put our pictures on. Brian, how about the picture I had with you about 4 or 5 years ago?
I know seems like eternity.
It goes fast. So I'm sick. I'll be able to retire in 2 months. I'll be 65. I'm now on Medicare Part A.
Okay.
Can you believe that, Kenny?
Wow. Crazy.
All right, here we go. Before we go, I want to score, Burman. Eagles, 49ers.
Well, Eagles will win probably 28 to 20. 28-20 Eagles. Out west, I'll root for.
How about Chiefs, Bengals?
Andy Reid, they'll win that one 35-21.
Even if Mahomes can't play?
That could be a problem, but he will. They got the pride of Michigan and the pride of West Lawn, Chad Henne. Yeah, I think they can win with Henne. Yeah.
Kenny Barner, Eagles, 49ers.
Oh, definitely Eagles. And I think it's going to be a 35-21 game.
All right, and Chiefs, Bengals.
I'm going to go with the Bengals. Unfortunately, I'm rooting for Kansas City, but my head says go with Cincinnati. So Cincinnati 24-21.
You gotta love Andy Reid.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
This is Andy Reid.
What were you gonna say about Reid?
His 10th trip to the conference championship game.
Oh yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Most definitely.
He's only won one Super Bowl though, one World Championship.
Yeah, it's tough to win. It's tough to win it. Not everybody's Belichick.
Yeah, not everybody's Chester High boys basketball.
I got Eagles 56-0 over the 49ers because I hate them. And if Mahomes plays, I'm going to take the Chiefs 23-20. If he doesn't play, I'm going to take Cincinnati 24-10.
There you go. Great being with you guys, man, from Delco here, Wallingford, PA.
Same to you, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Thanks. I'm not as smooth as, not as smooth as Aaron Gingrich, but I'll tell you what.
Anytime. Next time you come on, you're going to have to tell us, talk to your wife and ask her where this Wes Snyder was.
It was in Beaver Springs.
Dude, I know. I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
It was so small. It was
Vince has a place in the It was. They had a long losing streak when I came there. Lisa Wagner was the boys' head coach. Long losing streak. She finally broke it.
I know. I remember.
60th anniversary, baby. Rothrock, McVaytown. Boys high school basketball. Only won the championship from Mifflin County. Unbelievable. 60 years. Jimmy Allgaier. Unbelievable. Fran Fisher with a call in W.
And that call from Fran Fisher was great.
How about 20th anniversary for State College, the boys basketball team, in overtime beating my Chester Clippers for the PIAA 4A boys basketball championship at the Giants Center in Hershey. 20 years already. Jordan Norwood, Gabe Norwood, Willie Moore. The only District 6 big school, large school to ever win a boys basketball state championship. Isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah.
A state, yes, as good as State College is, they have Shrewsbury Sun, but losing that game to Harrisburg was just unbelievable. I couldn't believe
I didn't think they were going to. I did not think they were going to.
Harrisburg. First time they beat them, I think, by 25 points at State College. But you got to give them a lot of credit. I know, Kenny, you cover them up there. Matt Lintal, we love him. Awesome work. Mark Bainey, and just a great year. And next year will be fun, too. And hopefully Mifflin County football will play them in the regular season. It's not too late. I hope they don't have their schedule set yet.
Yeah, they're not playing them next year. Yeah, they're not playing them next year.
Oh,
it's the same schedule, I think, as this year.
Well, at least I got Altoona. And they got McDowell.
Lions.
Yeah.
But,
well, Shane, Breon, he did a good job this year. And I'd like to see him be on your show, too.
We'll get him. We'll get him. We started it.
Maybe me saying this will make him come on the show. Why wouldn't he? And his dad, I used to talk with his dad all the time, Willie.
I'll tell you off the air why he won't come on.
Is it you?
It's me.
Well, just make up to him. Just come on, man. Life's too short.
I didn't do anything wrong. I'm allowed to write what I feel.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully you guys will work it out. Kenny, he talks to you, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We still talk.
Oh, we'll go. Well, maybe he can come in and, he'd be great for this show, Shane. Shane Brown.
Well, we got Linto on.
Oh, it was a great interview, Matt.
Matt's a good guy.
You know who he talks like? He talks like Gabe Kapler. Remember how smooth Gabe Kapler was?
I knew you'd have to get a Philly in there.
Well, he's San Francisco Giant manager now. But he was a great Matt Lintal. Very, very great voice. Very well spoken.
You guys got one hell of a pickup with Trey Turner.
Well, got to win it all.
That's the guy I miss more than Bryce Harper. Trey Turner.
Well, just as long as we can keep the New York Pro Sports 19 championship drought continuing, it'd be awesome. 11 years and counting.
I like that.
But I need a 76. Before I die, I needed one more Stanley Cup. Flyers haven't won one since 1975 with the Broad Street Bullies. That's how I became the athlete I am. You beat the crap out of people. The Broad Street Bullies. We won 2 Stanley Cups. Intimidation, physicality. The last 76er championship, what year, guys?
83.
40th anniversary.
That was Malone, Irving,
Andrew Toney, point guard Mo Cheeks. Off the bench, Bobby Jones and Mark Ivoroni.
That was a dumb move, come to think of it.
What?
I'm a Rocket fan, and we traded Moses Malone.
No rebounds, no rings. He got rebound after rebound after rebound, bro.
Yeah.
Box out, fundamentals, good stuff. All right, good luck rest of the way.
Dave.
I like that. The basketball kid, Strohecker. He is a feisty son of a gun. I don't know his family roots or whatever. A lot of Stroheckers up there, some great athletes over the years, but he is tough. I like the point guard. Next year, again, the Bilger kid, push him around a little bit. Can he get him out to the Y? You and Brian, just get him there and just body.
Hey, how am I going out? Wheel me out.
Wheel you out, and then he has to. And
I'll be on a scooter playing basketball.
I'll tell you what, Aiden Reed, he's coming back too, right, Kenny? Aiden Reed?
He should be back, yep.
I think he played last night.
He should play football, and he is a bruiser. His mom was a heck of an athlete at Belleville Mennonite. She was a great field hockey player back in the day. So he's got some good bloodlines right there. But, they got hopefully the basketball team, they can pick up a couple more wins rest of the year, building block for next year. And the last basketball game I played before I was a married man, 3 hours before I got married, was with Wade Curry. It was Wade, me, and a few other guys from down in Avalon, New Jersey, playing pickup.
Do you know the last time I played basketball?
You and Kenny?
I was at the Sentinel and challenged Kelly Altieri to a game. because I was doing my male chauvinist thing as a joke. I said, "There's no way a woman could beat a man in any sport."
What year
right?
was this? What year?
Oh my God, about 2001.
Before I got there.
And I challenged Kelly Altieri, who played on Lewistown basketball. And I said to her, she was working out the Sentinel, and I challenged her to a game, and I lasted about 10 minutes before I couldn't breathe anymore.
Well, Brian, that's the most we got out of Kenny's done a great job today. He's talked a lot.
Yeah, he's not shy anymore.
Yeah. How's your wife, Kenny?
Pretty good. She's keeping me in line.
Yeah, she's very nice. And your daughters you still hang out at the Burger King?
Yep, still do some writing out there. Get a chance.
We used to, but I don't do it anymore. I used to meet them there.
Well, you can do it, Brian. Better days ahead for you. You're young. You're not even in your 50s yet. Well, maybe you're 50.
Yeah, I am in my 50s. I'm getting close to 60s.
Yeah. Oh, and rest in peace, Scott Seckler.
Man. I don't like to talk about that much. He was a good guy. I miss him a lot.
Yeah, well, you got to respect. We still got to honor those that have left us, man. Because
Kenny, that's it. From now on, that gave me an idea. I want to be called Scooter Carson.
All right, I'll remember that.
I'll come out to the basketball court in one of them hover rounds.
Right. Well, Brian, thank you very much, and
thank you, Dave.
Keep following me on Facebook. I got a lot of stuff on there, and just good luck rest of the year. Keep, as I like to say, keep grinding it out. Keep grinding it out.
We will, buddy. We thank you for coming on.
All right, you got it, guys.
Thanks, Dave.
See ya.
My guys, thanks.
See ya. All right, that's Dave Burman. We don't need to say his credentials. He was around here for a lot of years. We went over, but so what? We were having fun. How about it, Kenny?
Yep. The time flies, man. It does.
Yes, it does. I do want to mention Mifflin County big tournament this week. Ultimate Warrior in West Branch High School. Dave Williamson, the AD, awesome dude. I wished I was still going. Unfortunately, no. But I will be covering it.
Nice.
For the Lewistown Sentinel, I'm going to follow it on either Flow or Track, wherever it's at, and then do a write-up. So what about you? Where are you heading? Are you heading anywhere on the weekend?
Actually, not this weekend, but Friday. Actually, tomorrow I'm heading to the Mifflin County High School for the wrestling between State College and Mifflin County. And then Friday, I will be covering Bald Eagle Bellefonte boys basketball. So
nice,
weather permitting, of course.
Nice, awesome. State College, Mifflin County. Mifflin County's going to win it. Even though State College has got those four hammers, the Cunningham brothers, Manville, and Pavlechko, Mifflin County's a stronger team overall.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be important for seeding in the district duels coming up. Central Mountain's going to be number 1 seed, but the winner of this game tomorrow, this match, I should say, will probably be the number 2 seed.
Oh, okay. So there'll be a home match probably if they win.
No, they changed it this year. They changed it last year. Whoever the number 1 seed is, right, has everything's rustled at their place.
Oh, wow.
Last year it was down here because we were the number 1 seed, but it'll be up in Central Mountain this year.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to get to that one to do some radio. We'll see. All right. That's going to about wrap it up for us on the press box. We appreciate everybody hanging with us. We went 20 minutes over, Kenny. Oh, well, there's no time limit. We don't have sponsors to please.
Exactly.
We can do what we want. All right, everybody.
All right.
You guys, I do remember my first basketball game. That's why I asked you, even though I'm getting old. My first one was East Juniata against Halifax.
Okay.
And Jim Tusing was the coach. And I think Franco did it to punish the new guy. And you know what I mean, buddy. I don't have to say.
Most definitely, because I remember my first meeting with Mr. Tusing.
Yeah, I don't have to say anything else. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That was my first game.
Mm.
It was not fun. All right, that's going to wrap it up. Any final words, Kenny V?
Just be safe out there, everybody, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yep. Enjoy your weekend. See you later. See you next week. Bye.
Night, everybody.